And still nobody's going to see it.
You don't know.
They're all linked to that first one if they do come in. This one wasn't shared out to anyone.
You know what we could do?
What can we do? Share it out?
No.
What can we do?
You can go to your channel.
You're talking really loud. Huh?
I'm doing my thing.
Okay, that's watching the first one.
Yes, I know. As he knows.
Dead air.
Oh, wait.
Dead air. Dead air, dead air, dead air.
I'm trying to do something. Okay?
Well, I understand you're trying to do something, but it's still dead air.
Okay, well, talk.
Well, I am talking. What do you think I am doing?
I don't know. Laughing.
Well, that's because I didn't have anything else to say but dead air. Dead air, dead air, dead air. Dead air. Got it. Dead air, dead air, dead air. Do you know what you're doing?
Yes.
What are you doing? Tell me.
I forgot the
Talk
comments
me
I
through
turned
it.
off.
Huh?
I forgot the comments I turned off.
You turned off the comments?
No, the first one.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so I can't do what I was going to do.
What were you going to do?
I was going to put the link to the video in the other stream. So whenever people click the other stream,
Yeah.
they'd see the link at the bottom.
Talk to the camera more than me.
Well, I'm not
You're not what?
good at all this.
Well, I noticed. I mean, look at your hair. I can tell you're not good at
So
all
my
this.
hair is outstanding.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, it's outstanding.
I mean,
It's unique.
that's definitely something.
Outstanding.
Shoulder. Are we going to share this out, or are we just going to leave it here and then share it out later? The funny thing is,
Where's your Facebook?
the funny thing is, I was hoping to have a little more interaction with anyone if they were around. I have no problem with other people watching this as it goes. You okay?
No.
Just hit Facebook. Well, where are you? Owie.
Because I spelled it wrong.
You got all the windows open.
Listen.
You didn't even copy it.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
How much you want to bet?
Okay. Put it in the little thing. The thing about Facebook is people don't usually see it right away.
Oh,
What
wrong
are you
thing.
doing?
Wrong thing.
It's not there. It would be on top if it was. Are you sure you know how to do anything?
Yes, I'm sure.
You're a young one. You're supposed to know it all.
You're not.
I know nothing.
Yes, but you're supposed to know it all.
Okay, is this the one that we're in? Yeah, it is.
Yes.
You do it weird. Weirdly.
What are you talking about? Do it perfectly.
You're messing up again. Are you sure you know how to do this?
I just copied it.
No. Yes, you did, but you're not clicking right. Give me. It's going to take forever if I let you do it. Look, I'm trying to teach you, okay?
That's cheating.
How is it cheating?
Yes, it is. See? There.
The funny thing is, I don't have, like I said, on Facebook, you're going to post it, right? And they're not going to see it for like hours.
We don't know.
What do you mean I don't know? That's what Facebook does. You don't see the posts until like later.
See all your posts instantly.
For a second. That's only if you're like friended me and this and that. And that's because you're my kid.
I don't know about that.
You don't know if you're my kid?
No,
I don't know about that either.
I don't know if that's the reason.
And we start talking about AI now?
Yeah. I don't know much about it.
Well, I understand you don't know much about it. That's one of the good things is like you give a fresh take on. I can't even see the TV, but I can see you on the side. God. It's a fresh take on a big subject matter that a lot of us care about.
Okay.
Ooh.
You just gotta press X.
Look. Don't try to tell me what I'm doing. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I can do two things
I
at once.
don't know about that.
Oh. So AI, what do you know about it?
Look, they are.
Wow.
That I hear that it takes images from Google and reuses them, like recycling them.
Like other people's images, yeah.
Yeah.
You know why people are upset about it?
And because people just do it and say it's their work. Or use AI and say it's their work whenever it's just other people's work combined.
Yeah. Trying to type and think at the same time. That one's a little harder than most. Hope you. Well, I'm trying to think of what I'm typing and thinking of what I'm saying at the same time. So a lot of people are upset because it steals art. You know, it steals art from other people. Yeah, it is. It's also the fact that people are just putting words into it, and it's spitting out an image. So you're not doing the work or using talent and skills that it takes to build up. But one of the biggest things is that it steals other people's work.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are against it, obviously. And I, for one, I think I have a little bit different perspective than most, and I really wanted to talk about that. But one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is, Secret Invasion.
Yeah, everyone's
Used
mad
it
about
at
the
that.
starting. Yeah.
So, are you going to stop watching it?
No. It's kind of boring though.
Yeah, it was
But
boring.
that's probably the
That
only
was a
reason,
different subject.
But I mean, no.
You kind of, like I say, give a different perspective. You're not exactly an artist that's in the game, and a lot of the people who are artists are saying, they're going to ban watching Disney, ban watching the show, ban this and that, and it's kind of an interesting subject matter. I kind of wonder, and this is probably where my interesting perspective kind of comes in. Do you think people are gonna ban Disney?
You mean like boycott it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A lot of people,
I don't know about a lot of people.
non-artists, teenagers.
I don't think non-artists and teenagers will, but a lot of people.
A lot of people.
Art will. Yeah.
What do you think's a lot? What is
a couple hundred?
A couple hundred?
Yeah.
50, 100, 200 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 200 people, which is really a drop in the bucket to their viewership. They probably get thousands,
Mm-hmm.
tens of thousands, maybe more.
Yeah.
I don't know the numbers, and I don't pretend to know the numbers of how many people watch a show. But I mean, it's probably a drop in the bucket of what they get. Do you think they care?
No.
Disney, Marvel, and if they are boycotting Disney, are they just going to boycott this show?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Or are they going to boycott all Disney shows?
I think if any up and coming shows, any new shows have AI, they'll boycott that, and then they might start
if they have AI.
And then if they keep doing it, then they might back away from Disney altogether.
Yeah. What about everything else Disney has? You think they boycott all that stuff? You don't care, do you?
What do you mean by everything else Disney has?
Well, I mean, Disney's a big company. It's not just Disney. Disney, Pixar, ABC. I mean, tons of stuff. They got Lucasfilms. Disney is huge.
I think they'll just kind of boycott Marvel, no? Because I mean, it's not really.
Okay, so let me ask you this: And again, this probably gets into my interesting perspective of things. They're going to boycott Disney because Disney's stealing. A lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but do you think they're going to stop drawing
For
Disney?
Marvel or Disney?
Well, I mean, they're boycotting it. Wouldn't you think that if you're going to boycott a company, that you would stop drawing their characters, you would stop using anything that has anything to do with them? That's what boycotting is, right?
Yes.
So, do you think that, let's say, if
So you're saying that artists would take a strike against Marvel and Disney?
I don't know, whenever they talk about boycotting, that's what I'm kind of curious about. I mean, most of these artists, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but most of these artists are drawing Spider-Man. They're drawing, fan art of
Don't laugh.
Marvel. I don't know what I'm not laughing about. What are you laughing
Because I moved my head just the other time.
about? Oh, okay. So, do you think they're going to stop drawing it?
Fan art, I don't think so.
Why not? I mean, it's boycotting, right?
Yes, but it's fan art. Everyone loves.
Is fan art stealing? Now, a lot of people say that it's not, and a lot of people say that it is, and so I know I'm going to get a lot of flack saying this. It's like, these aren't your characters, and you're drawing.
I think it's kind of a mixture of both.
Well, I mean,
Because you put your own spin on the art you make.
well, yeah, but I mean, the thing about it is, do you think? Okay, my characters. Lance, Luke, Bushibu, Circus Mysteries. I don't really like to plug my stuff too much, but I did write PTSD, Cryptic Haze, and Prelude to Aurora, self plug. Anyway, do you think if somebody wrote and drew Zahara with the twin tigers and stuff, beautiful white tigers plug, and and then they say, we don't like Paul, we're going to boycott him, don't you think they'd stop drawing any of my characters?
Yeah.
Could they draw my characters and go out there and make money off of my characters?
Yeah.
Why?
They drew it good enough.
I mean, but the thing about it is they're my characters, right? Isn't that stealing? I'm asking. I don't know. I'm asking because I don't know the answers. My perspective is, AI art is here. This is something that's huge that's coming in. I personally don't believe that I'm going to use it, that I'm going to touch it. I don't believe that I'm going to even put a word into a prompt whenever it comes to Chat GPT or what's the art one? What is the art one? Do you know what it is?
Fine question.
I know what it is, but it's off the top of my head. I'm not going to put a prompt in there. I'm not going to type anything. That's me. But my belief is if you're doing that for any reason whatsoever, then you're helping that AI get better, right? Because it's learning with every interaction that it takes, right? So if you go into Chat GPT and say, help me refine this title, or give me a good way to spin this elevator pitch, or anything.
Trial and error.
Yeah, this is 10 words. Break it down to 2. You're making the system better, right? That's what AI does. It learns from its mistakes. So with art, it goes the same way. If you're going to put anything in there for any reason, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this, I only use it to stretch things out. I only use it for the background, or I only use it, as a tool. And to that, me personally, and this is my thought. If you have a different thought, that's your opinion. But my opinion is, if you use it for anything, then you can't complain about anything, right? Am I off here?
I have to think about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whenever they say that they're going to boycott, boycott's like, stop. Nothing. Nothing. I'm gonna boycott Canada. That means I'm not going up to Canada to visit. I'm not gonna say, you know what I mean, eh? I'm not gonna I'm not gonna drink maple syrup. I'm not even gonna look at the Canadian flag anymore. That's boycotting. Nothing. Everything Canadians out of my are you part Canadian? No, because I mean I told you at the house if I was boycotting.
No.
But you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for you to say you're going to boycott it, that shouldn't that mean everything?
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone's going to do that. I mean, I could be wrong. People are going to say they're going to boycott it, and they're going to, hey, stand behind this unity, power to the people. But I mean, are they going to start drawing? Are they going to stop selling anything that's Marvel? No, because that's where they're making it. They're
Profit.
drawing. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, because if you think that they're wrong for using it, and if you're going to boycott them entirely, that's what you have to do, right? To make a statement, especially whenever it's so little of people. But the honest truth is if there's a strike, like the writer's strike, if there's a strike and people are walking into work past you, then your strike doesn't mean anything. You have to have that solidarity of tons of people, and I don't know if the art community has that. I don't think anyone's ready to really go to that extent. We're going to boycott Disney or Marvel, and we're not going to sell any of their product, and we're not going to, we're going to make a statement. I don't think anyone's ready to do that. I could be wrong, and if I am, that's your choice. Me personally, I believe AI art's here, and you either got to figure out a way to beat it or embrace it. And like I say, I don't believe in using AI art. Is it easier? Probably. Is it going to be around in 10 years? Yeah. Whenever they had a Napster around, do you know what Napster is?
No.
Okay, so it was like downloading music.
Okay.
You know what downloading music is?
No, not at all. I got sheets for that.
Whenever it started, though, people were saying, it's not going to be around in 10 years. Now, it's everywhere. It's the standard, right?
To download music?
Yeah. No? Would you not say that it's an everyday occurrence?
No, because you don't really download it. I mean, it's all uploaded.
This kid.
We got that. We got internet. We got all that.
That's what it's meant, though. Download, uploading. It's pulling it off. It's uploaded to the internet, and you're pulling it off to like your Apple or your phone or your stuff. Your playlist.
Yeah.
So it's downloaded because it's coming down. I don't they teach you something at school?
Yeah. How to sing.
Hadn't done that recently.
Yeah. I went to basketball.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like I say, I have a different perspective of AI. I don't agree in using it, but I do believe it's here, and I think you're going to have to learn to embrace it. I think the people who are speaking out for it, that's a great job. Awesome. It's mostly artists. And the thing about it is like I said, if you're going to boycott something, isn't it a total stop of things? Stop watching. Secret Invasion. Stop watching. What's coming out from Marvel?
There's gonna be a
Fantastic Four,
Miss
Avengers. You're gonna have to stop watching all that stuff, and you're gonna have to stop watching Disney. You're gonna have to stop drawing Marvel. Stop drawing Disney.
And stop watching Craven.
Well, yeah, Craven Sony, but okay.
Yeah, still Marvel.
It is Marvel, but it's two different companies.
Yes, but it's still Marvel.
Well, it's not the MCU. These are two different companies.
Still Marvel.
You don't know that Sony's going to be. What was the other company that you did it? Nike. They said Nike was using AI art. And the funny thing about that is, once you get one big company, and you get another big company, there's probably going to just be a snowball effect where it's one to the other to the other.
And that the writers.
Yeah,
So
it probably would go to risers. And to that, I've had that question shot at me, and I think this. If it can write a better story than I can write, then I need to either learn how to write better or just understand that writing my job of writing is going to be gone and figure out something new. You can't do one job your entire life and expect to do that forever. Sometimes you got to diversify. I mean, whenever I was working warehouse, it was, I thought I could do that, but my body said no, find something else. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And hopefully, if you're lucky, you find something that you can do for the entirety of your life, but that's not always the case. Okay, so AI, good, bad, here to stay. They're going to get rid of it. What? Do you care? You're a teenager. Give me your perspective. No, seriously, I want to know. Because I get artists' opinions every day, but how often do I get teenagers' opinions?
I think it's going to cause me problems.
Yeah.
Before, if it ever stops, so I don't think it will stop because it's an easy route. Everyone takes an easy route, but almost everyone, a lot of people take easy routes.
Do take easy routes. Easy.
And if it's there, they're gonna take it.
Ooh, that's a big subject.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ready to talk about another one?
Sure. Why are you smiling like
that? Hashtag comics broke me. Have you heard about this?
I've heard you talk about it, yes.
But have you heard about it other than me talking about it?
No.
So I might get some stuff wrong. And if I do, please go feel free to look it up and study it. And don't ever just take one person's word for it. Go out there and look up subjects that you hear about and they matter to you. Don't ever just take one side. With AI, go find out. Don't just listen to me. Don't just listen to this artist down the street. Go find out about it. Do your due diligence and don't be a sheep. So comics broke me.
Okay.
There was a young artist who passed away. God bless him. He was working at a studio, I believe, and he had, I believe, like they said something about 120 pages that he wasn't paid for or whatnot to this point. And they were talking about his work and how he did so much work but really wasn't paid that much. And it was like, he had died of a young age. I don't remember the age, to tell you the honest truth. I think it was 20 to 30, late 20s, early 30s. I don't remember. And I think he was working on a Ren and Stimpy. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Some great work whenever I was looking at it. Amazing work. But, and I don't mean to make light of the subject if I come across that way. But, they talk about how the publishers weren't paying him enough or whatnot. And they really broadened it to the entirety of the companies out there. And they were talking about how artists weren't getting paid enough.
I thought those writers.
Well, they kind of brought everybody into it. Everybody's not. Well, we're not talking about the writer's strike. That's something totally different and happened way before that.
Yeah.
But it brought everyone in the comic community saying, "Hey, we're not getting paid enough for what we're doing. We're not. We should be. There should be a higher standard, and we should speak out about it." Did you hear anything about that? Comics broke me? No. So what do you think about that? Do you think they're not getting paid enough?
It depends.
Depends on what?
Who they working for.
It depends on the contract they signed?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone forced anybody into a contract?
No.
No, I don't think so either. And that's the thing. Whenever you go into the comic industry, it's more of a freelance thing. You know what a freelance is?
Yes.
So you're signing a contract or you're getting into an agreement, and you should know what you're getting into
You get into it.
before you get into it. And it's a two-way street. I mean, I've signed artists that I've had to chase down and like, hey, you know, where's my cover? Right?
Yeah.
You've heard that. Where's my pages? What's going to happen? I owe an artist, and I'm going to go on record right now. I owe an artist right now that I honestly feel, and I apologize about this, but if he would have turned the work on time that we had agreed on, I would have paid him on time. There were life events that happened after those durations of the contract where he didn't bring in the work, and I had to use the money because of life situations. But I'm still paying him off, you know, because I definitely want to make sure that I pay every one of my artists. And he's probably the last artist that I have to pay for any of my projects. But it goes a two-way street. You know, you have to understand what you're getting into, and you have to understand what you're putting out there as well. If you're going to do work as an artist, as a writer, and you know, there was a big situation recently with me where I wrote a script and it's not coming to fruition. But I understood going in, you know, the problematic situation. You okay?
Yeah.
Are you
Hate
sure?
this chair.
So what do you think about that? What do you think about comics book? I mean, do you think it's the industry that's being unfair to the talent? Is it the talent that's not understanding
What they're signing up for?
what? What do you think?
I think it depends.
Oh.
Still on a whole bunch of stuff.
Like
Who they're working
enlighten
for.
me. Enlighten me, my teenage son who knows it all.
I don't know it all. You're the know-it-all.
So tell me, what does it depend on?
Well, I think indie comics would pay more than Marvel comics, just because Marvel comics is running a lot more comics than one indie.
It's kind of like Walmart, right?
Yeah.
Walmart's going to pay its employees a cheap amount because they have hundreds and they can employ just about anyone, and they're not scared to, you know, let somebody go. So they pay, you know, people below minimum. And if you're going to more of a boutique, a sales store, you're probably going to get paid a little bit more because they want to keep you around. They value you more as an employee. So that's kind of indies versus, you know, the big establishment, big two, if you will, right?
Yeah.
No, I agree. And the funny thing is, you know, you go work for Walmart, you understand what you're getting into. You understand that they're going to pay you a smaller amount because they are a bigger established place. And I think, you know, Marvel and DC have that prestige, if you will, and that's not to say that they're the best of the best, but you know, those are the two big pillars in comic books. Those are the two names that are recognizable. Do you know any other comic publishers that are recognizable? I mean, I know you collect comics, but what are any of the bigger publishers besides Marvel and DC?
Source Point.
That's Source Point Press, yeah.
Boom.
Boom. Boom, yeah.
Let me think.
Yes.
I think. I feel like I'm forgetting one.
Oh, you're forgetting a lot.
Oh, I'm sure I am. I'm just forgetting one more that I remember. Our Antic Press.
Antic Press, Mr. Dunn.
Yeah,
Mr. Ben Dunn.
Comics Elite one.
Comics Elite is a store,
Okay.
but they are actually a publisher. Merc Publishing. They had Legendary Publishing. I'm not sure if they have Artist Elites and stuff, but yeah, Comics Elite. But they're a store.
I think that's all I know right now. Anything else, I just don't remember.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's Dark Horse.
There's Dark Horse.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Dark Horse. Dark Horse. Do you know any indie? Like real indie?
Real indie. Sam's Book.
Sam is his own publisher.
Uh,
Sam.
is Dan?
Dan Price.
Uh,
He's his own publisher, I believe. Yeah. Actually, I think he's associated with an indie publisher. Do you know their name?
no.
No, it's okay. This is one of the things. Like I say, I want to know. I want to know. A younger kid's perspective. Do you look for indie books that often? I mean, besides conventions, friends.
Not really.
Did you look for indie books before we got into the comic industry?
No.
I mean, what were your favorite books?
Miles Morales, Spider-Man,
Marvel,
Batman.
DC. So yeah, I mean, to me, the biggest thing about comics broke me is just really you got to understand and know.
What you're signing up for.
Yeah, know what you're signing up for. It's a hard industry, and everybody seems to know this, and everybody who seems to complain is, I don't know, just complaining out of the blue for, it's hard for me. I know it's hard for everyone I know who's in the industry. So it's nothing new to say that you're getting underpaid for something. It's hard. It's hard as a writer to hire an artist, and they're up there going, where's my money? And you're going like, I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to sell it. I'm trying to go and a lot of people don't understand what all goes into it. Like I said, I mean, I believe in getting items done. We're late on Prelude right now. I think about a month. Yeah, we're late on Prelude getting done about a month, and I'll own it. Now, I'm trying to get it out there and say it's on my mind day and night, but it's one of those things that sometimes it's out of your hands. And then I try to let people know. I need to make an update, by the way, but I try to let people know this is one of the things that's happening, and it really is. What other things do you want to talk about?
I don't know. You had it all set up.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Then what's next?
Well,
what's on the agenda?
Well, we could talk about a lot of things, but I just wanted to make sure you
talk
can
about the world.
The world. Well, like I was saying, I was hoping to have a little bit of fan interaction. I can understand that we don't really have that many viewers. We're pretty new to this, and hopefully, if you catch this later on, you'll want to join in next time and chit chat about some of these subjects. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely thinking of having a show Friday, and on that show we're gonna spotlight and feature a comic creator, but we're gonna really talk about it and change things up a little bit different than what we normally do. On shows that feature comic creators, we will want to talk to them about their opinions on some of the main subject matters. I definitely wanted to talk about AI and comics broke me. Wanted to talk about the Flash. I know you're tired of Flash Mania.
I didn't like it.
Oh. What didn't you like about it? Out of a 10, what would you give it?
It's kind of a 2 through 4. I'm kind of stuck in between there.
Wow.
I can't.
Wow, that bad. What was, I mean, if you're watching this, I don't know if he's going to mention any spoilers. I'm going to try not to. I know the movie's been out for a while, but it's still, I'd rather not mention too many things. So what didn't you like about
it? It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It was, it had a different story than what I thought it was going to be.
What did you think it was going to be?
I thought it was going to be like a Flashpoint comic.
It was
movie. No.
A lot of people take, I want to say, into consideration the books as opposed to the movies. I mean, they talk about how Infinity War wasn't like Infinity Gauntlet. Did you expect like a line by line kind of?
No, I was just thinking it'd be like
How
story.
far off was it?
Completely.
What? Completely? I don't think completely.
I think completely.
I mean,
Except for him.
they went and found super person, but I mean, one was Superman, one was
Completely
Supergirl.
off.
I think it was the execution, but that was me. And like I said, they found Bat person, yeah, as opposed to like Bat father, it was Bat son. It wasn't completely. It was just
They just switched everything around.
yeah. But it was still the storyline that was about the same, wasn't it?
No.
No, what was different? Why are you? You're the one that's saying it's different. I'm asking you. You're saying it was bad. I said it was a 7 out of 10. It was good. I thought. That big action sequence at the beginning. JLA's janitor. That was funny. The scene with all the babies.
You are a baby.
No.
Okay. Hoping Blue Beetle's better.
What? We'll talk about that soon. What did you like about the movie? Anything?
Anything you say will spoil. I don't even want to spoil it. Because it's kind of big parts.
The beginning, middle, the end.
The end.
Did you like all the cameos? Did you care?
Not really.
I think most of those cameos were past your,
I was kind of
They were
hoping
older.
for one, but
what were you hoping for? Because I was hoping that's
yeah,
that's one of the reasons that I don't give it an 8, because I was hoping for at least a cameo of certain people that were newer. Most of the cameos were older, and this, if this is a spoiler, hey, there were a lot of cameos. To me, the cameos made the movie worth going to see. It made it a 7 instead of a 6, just to go see some of these cameos, because these were, I think, cool cameos that me and, like I said, my parents probably could have appreciated. I don't know so much about my son, and I hadn't asked him, so it was like, what were you looking for?
I was kind of hoping for CW.
Yeah,
Because it was just ending, so it was kind of like it could have been a way to continue it just through the DC.
I got to admit, I was expecting Robert Pattinson, at least. No, and I'm not a big fan of Robert Pattinson, but at least some kind of shot or scene or something with just a picture of him in the Batman suit or without a cowl or something, and then the Flash from CW era.
I think Arrow would have been better if they showed him
Tom Welling, Superman, something.
some.
Yeah, you didn't really see that.
Didn't
You didn't
none
really
of
see
it.
that, huh?
Didn't see none of it.
Hey, it is what it is. You know what I think that really brought it down from an 8 to a 7 to me? I thought it was going to be here's the past DCU, and here's how we're going to move forward. It was going to be a blank slate kind of thing, but it didn't,
Like the reboot.
like a reboot, and it was going to show how it was going to be rebooted. But I don't think, no, I didn't see that. As a matter of fact, at the end, I was like, what?
No.
Like, why? Why? No.
Still hoping for Blue Beetle to be better.
Blue Beetle. The funny thing is, there's Blue Beetle, there's Craven, and there's another movie that's coming out right between them, isn't there?
The Marvels.
The Marvels.
Is
Yeah,
there?
the Marvels is coming out, and nobody really talks about the Marvels. I want to talk about the Marvels because everyone's saying Nova is going to be in it.
I never heard that. So
I'm waiting for Nova. I don't really care to go see the Marvels, but if Nova's in it,
Heck yeah.
but I don't know. What do you think? Blue Beetle?
Yeah.
It just looks like a kid movie.
You are a kid.
I'm just saying, it looks like a kid movie. I mean, don't get me wrong, because you were a big fan of Shazam.
Sadly, they won't make a third one.
What else do you want to talk about? there's not really much else, is there?
It's all quiet.
We got a big convention coming up. Not this weekend, the weekend after. Where is that?
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
That's right. I remember.
Yeah, I don't know how we fell into that. But
Magic.
we definitely want to thank a friend of ours, Steve Garcia. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, we're hoping to have a good time. It's going to be a big convention. And we're hoping to see some people out there. If you're seeing this and you're from around Tennessee, come out and see us at Fanboy Expo. We don't know what table we're going to be at. I think they're not going to tell tables until you get there. So, hopefully we have one way up in front.
Oh,
am I boring you?
Yes, you are.
Boring me. We do have some big announcement. I don't know if you made it this far. It's going to be huge, enormous, and it really,
My hair's
I tell you every day, comb your hair, anyway. Big, huge announcement. I had got off with my publisher, ASAP Imagination. Have you heard of ASAP? No, you haven't heard of it. You've heard
Yes,
of ASAP? Do you know who runs ASAP? Oh, you don't. How do you not know who? Do you know who's in ASAP?
Sam's friend. What's his name? What's his name? I don't know his name.
I'm gonna start calling him that.
I don't know his name.
George, do you hear what he's
yeah,
calling
George.
you? Sam's friend. Wow.
I've never met him.
Wow, George does a lot of great stuff out there. He's got some books of his own. Obviously, this kid needs to go read some more books other than Sam's, because
Sam's amazing.
Sam is amazing. But what is the big news? So I was talking to my publisher. What's the big news? Do you know what it is?
I remember it.
But you're not going to tell anyone because you forgot it.
When was the month?
When was the month? It's the month of July. The entire month of July.
The entire month of July. If you buy PTSD off of ASAP Imagination.
That's NE1World.
Anyone.
NE1World.com.
Any profit that comes off of that will be going to charity. I don't know what charity.
We're talking about the Wounded Warriors charity. Yeah, unless something happens, that looks like it's going to be the charity that it's going to. Wounded Warriors. So for the month of July, anyone who buys PTSD, all of the proceeds are going to go to Wounded Warriors. That's amazing.
We just cool like that.
That is amazing. Not coming to me. It's going to go to Wounded Warriors. We definitely want to do our part. As a comic creator, I feel, blessed to be able to make a few dollars, a few cents here and there off of the sales of my comics. And with PTSD, it was a project of mine that I wanted to get out there. And whenever I made it, it really wasn't about sales. It was about getting that message out. And we felt 4th of July is Independence Day. You know what Independence Day is?
Yeah.
You need to go back to school. Anyway, Independence Day being, our nation's independent, it kind of felt like us giving back and helping those trying to get an independence from a mental illness, kind of getting away from something that's holding you back in your life and trying to help people out is definitely a way to celebrate independence. So any money that goes into buying this book for the month, and any money that goes into buying this book for the next month of July is going to go to charity. I was going to give a copy or two away of a few of my books to people in the chat, but
there's no one.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. They probably went to the other one because we didn't see what was going on. So you're not funny. So like I said, anyone who buys this book from NE1World.com, it's ASAP Imagination's website that we are being hosted on, goes to the Wounded Warrior charity. Unless for some reason something happens, it's definitely going to go to a charity. We're going to start advertising that for the entire month of July. I'm also going to be in a showcase on the 5th of July. And that's going to be on Any One World's or ASAP Imagination Showcase next week on the 5th.
Fifth, not the fourth, the fifth.
Sitting real low. I'm telling you. We got to move that camera. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Oh, look. You're about to trip.
Ow.
Anything else you want to talk about?
eBay.
eBay.
You want the eBay?
Well, tell them.
Okay.
That was another subject that we were going to talk about.
So, we ain't got no one in the chat. But, me and my dad made an eBay account where I'll be selling random comics. Anything that I think's big. Anything. Especially Blue Beetle issue. Or Infinity Crisis number 5. Blue Beetle's first appearance. Gonna be putting that up there soon. And along with all my dad's comics. So if y'all don't want to...
Physical comics.
Yes, physical comics. But I'd suggest buying them from ASAP.
eBay. Yeah. eBay. He's going to be... It's hardest working kid in comics is his tag on eBay. He wanted to start up an eBay account and started selling a few things. He's looking into getting flipping comics. And this is one of the reasons we started this show as well. He wants to show and kind of document his journey in flipping comics. Why is it that I'm saying this and you're not?
Because you are me.
Who told you that?
Oh.
Why am I talking about your company?
Because
who was it that had to take you to the post office? Because you made your first sale.
I walked.
You made your first sale.
I walked. My legs hurt from that.
So he's on eBay. That's hardest working kids in comics, and check out some of the stuff that he put on there. He's gonna be putting more comics up there, hopefully, and he's gonna be doing a few awesome new things. He's gonna go to conventions, get some signatures, and probably put them on his site. Maybe get some signatures from some big people. There's gonna be big people in Tennessee.
Yeah.
You could go get a signature, maybe sell it or two. Of course, you have to charge more for the signature on your eBay than paying for them. They charge hefty prices.
I need to find out who's there. Then we got to go collect it.
Why we got? Oh,
Yeah,
you got a big credit account at Collected at the moment.
True fitty.
You're wearing a Geek Out shirt.
I know, they're amazing.
But you're talking about Collected comics.
It's kind of backwards.
Well, I mean, it's because it's on. Sit down.
That's Geek Out.
Yeah. They don't want you to represent them with that hair.
My hair's amazing. I bet they would agree.
Okay, so now I think we've hit the hour point, depending on if you're going to add in the other video with this one or not. I don't know, but we talked about a lot of subjects. Like I said, we talked about AI art, and there's. I know my point of view is totally different than most. If you don't like my opinion, hey, that's your choice. It's my opinion, and it's not yours. We talked about comics with Ray Me. We talked about Flash. We talked about him flipping comics. There's a whole bunch of other stuff I really, really want to talk about and get to. We want to talk about the industry. We want to talk about mainstream. We want to talk about indies. We want to talk about Comicsgate. We want to talk about everything that deals with comics, because if it deals with comics,
it deals with us. But first, we need to build an audience.
Have a great week. Hopefully, you see us Friday. We're going to have Chris or Grant on here. And if you need to get a hold of me for any reason, if you need any help with your comics, any help whatsoever, need to just talk. My name is Paul Gomez. That's Paul Gomez 790. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Hardest kid in comics.
I actually have that on Instagram now.
And on eBay.
So,
have a great week. Thanks.
Deuces.
You're supposed to end it.
I didn't have it.
Get your hair to, like, Medusa end it.
That made my hair better.